What's up, guys? Vince right here. Welcome to VinzTalk, where I talk to you guys. And my goodness, thank goodness I'm doing another VinzTalk, another video of anything, because that's what I feel like doing. After this whole thing with the copyright strike and the termination, I really thought I was gonna lose you guys, like for real. But man, I prayed and I prayed, and I was just, I believed. I tried to actually get some connections and also get people's help in some ways through Instagram, through Twitter, through and also YouTube with my backup channel that I made. But man, thank goodness, you know, thank goodness that I got my channel back, and that's all that matters. So pretty much, I don't know what's gonna be the future for some of the videos. I just want things to be back to normal. I don't want any restrictions. Look, I just like stuff unscripted, unedited, but sadly, I have to edit some things when it comes to these videos, and I don't know what it is. I really don't. I wish I had some more info and better protection in some ways. I just don't want this to happen again. Even though it's going to happen regardless because anything can happen in YouTube, let's be honest. But stuff like this, really should never happen. But, I don't know. I don't know what's the future for anything anymore. But other than that, let's just talk about some stuff, okay? But before I get off this whole YouTube thing, talk and all that, uh, I want to give a huge thanks to you guys for the support, for the comments that I just got, and the amount of you are just so unaware about like, oh, what, your channel was gone? Yeah, it was for a good few days, but thank goodness it was back. What's basically gone is my second channel, my hip hop channel, which I have to give an update on my Instagram for that one. So, I lost that one. It was not only the channel itself, the videos that I made for my second channel, my hip hop channel, but also my playlist, my soundtracks, the songs that I'm into, that I listen to, that really was, one of my, my highlights in some ways. They're gone. And, pretty much I have to go by memory of actually recreating my playlists of different songs. But other than that, everything's good. So anyways, let's talk about some stuff. There's been a lot of things going on. I never thought I was actually going to make like any videos really talking about news or reads or anything. I was ready to actually take a long break, and I could have. But yeah, let's just talk about what's going on with some of these current news that is going on. The line, as I call it. So there's this construction going on in Saudi Arabia where they're building like this long line and whatever. And it is huge. It's like full on sci-fi. It's so high. It's like almost tall as the Burj Khalifa, and pretty much it's in Saudi Arabia. Of course, it's gonna be like, Saudi Arabia in the Middle East of their architect levels are just insane, but they're building like this wall, not like the wall of China, bigger than the wall of China. They're just literally building a huge wall that's made out of glass that is gonna be sustainable for people to live in. It sounds like a full on sci-fi movie. Whenever I hear about this stuff, about big, huge mega projects and architects, this thing is huge. Okay, how they gonna put all these people in here? And pretty much there's a lot of, bad things more than good to come out with this, especially with the amount of worry and the amount of money that it takes to build this. $50 million? Are you kidding me? Crazy. Or is it 50 billion? I don't know. Either way, it's money that is never gonna exist in my lifetime, that's for sure. But yeah, the line, it's pretty much, look it up. The line project, the line Saudi Arabia. It's crazy freaking architect. It's mind-blowingly like out of this planet. Like you cannot be serious building a freaking wall. How about build, I don't know, a generation ship, like something for space, just in case something happens in this planet. I'm just saying. Anyways, moving on. I am gonna talk a little bit about LA Comic-Con because there's been a couple things going on in that convention in terms of like something that I could have been a part of. But there was a Webtoon booth. I don't know if this is one of their first, but there was a Webtoon booth in LA Comic-Con. Webtoon, of course, the company that in some ways I kind of work for, and I'm kind of not, it just feels like I work for it. even though I feel like an intern most of the time. But I'm a Webtoon influencer, as they call them. And yeah, they had their like convention going on there, and this well, not convention, but their booth and a bunch of other stuff related within Comic Con. And one of the one of the YouTubers that I look up to, especially Ronald Sell, and I think, I don't know, like some other Webtoon influencers were there. And I could have easily been there. I could have been a part of the trip. I was just not aware about it. Plus, my channel has, of course, I already talked about it. The whole termination thing was going on, so I wasn't in a good mood. Plus, I'm not really an ambassador yet, so yeah. One day, I know I'm going to go to some conventions out there. I'm probably going to see Dustin. Shout out to Two Stupid Idiots, see Dustin or Pookie, some of these places, but are some people that I recognize. Definitely want to work with some people, just talk. That's all I'm going to do, basically. When it comes to collaborations, you know what I'm going to do? We're just going to have a talk, okay? Anyways, also, FIFA just happened. The FIFA World Cup, that was crazy. Um, Pretty much, I like, one of the biggest sports events in this planet. Look, I don't know anything about soccer, okay? God forbid I know anything about FIFA itself. I know Messi, Ronaldo, the big boys, the big guys that are just like, Tony Hawk, he's like the known as within the king and also the godfather of skateboarding. There's so many godfathers and kings of freaking soccer. You think I'm gonna get all of them? There's Mbappe, there's Neymar, there's, I don't know, man. Hey, there's soccer players, okay? They're big, they're famous, they're rich, they have all this and that and the third and this. It's like, what am I supposed to say about this, okay? I feel like you can easily be a soccer or football influencer. Shout out to my European audience. Football, and hey, that's dope. But that ain't my sport. I'm into urban action sports, skateboarding, BMX, breakdancing, stuff like that. And pretty much, yeah, they had the biggest world games. They got like Iran versus US. They got like Argentina, and they pretty much, I seen it around TikTok. Especially this guy that is known there. He always yells Metro, Metro. Like, who is this guy? Why is he screaming Metro, Metro, Metro? Like, it was just all over the TikToks, and pretty much him collabing, like this guy that just yelled Metro also did a full thing in stage, going around and screaming to people. Everybody's like, I think it's like he says Metro and you have to say like right there or something. I have no idea. Listen, I saw this on TikTok. That's the best knowledge you got from me. There's my sources. But yeah, FIFA went on in Qatar. Okay, that's how you say it, Qatar. And I forget, is it Kuwait? Qatar, Kuwait, is that where it is? Yeah, or Kuwait. Kuwait, that's what I call it. Okay, of course. I'm surprised myself as well that I didn't call it Quater. That sounds like the most American thing. And I say a lot of American things, okay? Just look at some of the webtoons I read where I read languages, okay? Jungju. It's especially some Korean words and French words. Man, I'm bad at French. But yeah, it was in Qatar, not Quater. And yeah, I heard it was like the weather was like, I don't know. There was some rights movement here and there or something. It's crazy how I'm talking about a lot about stuff going on in the Middle East. There's a lot. I'm still curious about that whole thing in Iran when it comes to women's rights and stuff. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, let's move on. Also, another news to actually, to close this all in. I think, I don't know who it was that DM'd me this, but man, Kanye is acting bananas. What the heck was he saying on that show? Of course, it's not surprising him being the Alex Jones show and saying all this stuff. Like him being so, like he just really pressed on just to be canceled that bad. The attention that he wants so bad. It's insane. Kanye, what are you doing? Listen, I say this again, okay? I miss the old Kanye. Okay, I don't want that new Kanye. The old no Kanye. Graduation Kanye. I forget how the song goes, shoot. But you know what I mean. I miss the old Kanye. Anyways, enough about those news and stuff like that. Let's get into gaming. And gaming / movies because, yep, I saw the Super Mario movie trailer, the second trailer that Nintendo Direct had it going on for their Direct in some ways because they just want to show it off the trailer like it's a big reveal or something, and it is. So many people are curious. This is like something that is pretty much popping in within movies right now, and I am looking forward to see Super Mario movie, okay, by the creators of Minions. Listen, I don't know about the studio Illuminations. Okay, I saw Gru. Believe it or not, I'm not planning to review it because I only saw half of it. I saw the movie Gru. You know, the Rise of Gru, Minions. I can never get into it. I can never get into those little twinkies, like colored freaking talking things. What are those? Okay? It's the same thing with the rabbits. If you're making minions, look at freaking Princess Peach's minions. I call them minions. Okay? These little toads. They're not frogs. That's what they're called in a way. They're mushrooms. And they're cute. Okay? They're cute. I'm trying to think of other things that are like, especially League of Legends minions. The real minions, as I call them. They're cute. Okay? But when you're showing something like rabbits and and also the minions from the minions, I'm just like, what is this? You expect me to... I mean, it could be cute for some people. That's for sure. Okay, and definitely not the rabbits. I'm just saying. Like, why the rabbits are bigger than Rayman is something that I will never understand. Are you kidding me? There's no appreciation for Rayman. I've been playing the old Rayman games. I really, really wish for Rayman 4. Can you imagine a world where there's Rayman 4? Oh my god. Anyways, but yeah. Never get that. But what was my point again? The movie. It was good, Mario, we saw a little bit of origin story here from him. Yes, a plumber from Brooklyn, okay, from New York. And also Luigi, played by Charlie Day, was dope. Donkey Kong, which I didn't hear his voice, but played as, it's so funny, oh man, I can't speak, man. I can't speak. But Set, man, I like how he just like had this, bucket hat and something. He looks like he's been fooling high and looks like he lives in the beach. It was like, this is the dopest, most California thing I ever seen. And of course, Anya Taylor-Joy, as well as Peach. Anya Taylor looking like she just got back from New York Fashion Week or something. She's fabulous. She's slaying and not playing. So yeah, and also Peach is badass with the suit and whatever. People say there's a problem about that. I don't see it. Seeing Peach not being and pretty much yes. It's not very like I'm not trying to be full on feminist or something like that. But I gotta say, seeing badass Peach, I'm just relieved. I'm like, yes. Yes, of course they gotta make it. In this generation, you get canceled for making anything, a damsel in distress. But badass Peach, it just feels right. I hope there's a scene where she battles Rosalina. Oh my god, that would be dope. Can you imagine battling Rosalina, Peach versus Rosalina? Oh man, I know they're friends. I know they're bestie sisters or whatever you may call them. I don't know. I'm not into that. I'm not really that deep into the freaking Mario lore. But man, Rosalina in the show will be insane. Okay, looking forward to it. I don't know about Wario, or Waluigi. I don't know if they're gonna be in the show. Saw Rainbow Road. That was dope. And yeah, we saw the Yahoo. The Mario's voice is always something that is so anticipated for so many people. More anticipated than FIFA because man, people are just like, oh, what's he gonna sound like? What's his voice gonna be? I'm kind of curious as well. Is it gonna be perfecto Italiano? Okay, I hope it is. Like Pratt, Cugino, I hope you nailed it. You better make the Italians proud. Man, I am going to criticize that big time. Let me tell you. Next one, I want to talk about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And is that what they call it? Is it Violet and Scarlet? I don't know. I don't know the arrangements. You know what I mean? The new Pokemon game. And if you know me, I'm not really that fancy about Pokemon in any sense. But man, I heard a lot of bad reviews of the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and, games and whatever. Like, I don't know. I just heard some that are good, some that are bad, and stuff like that. But man, a lot of people are talking about it. Also, can I just talk about a little bit here and there and just make a little rant? What is up with the Jaden's animations freaking stream? Is it still going? Like, what's the point? I'm still asking this question. For a streamer this big, there has to be some people that are like, what is the point of this stream? Like, I'm just asking, okay? What's the point of Jaden Animations doing this big project? Is it for charity? Is it for like just for an announcement? Some changes for paying the rent? You can be honest, you know. Listen. When I grow big, I will be honest with everyone, okay, about some of my future decisions, stuff like that, because I can. I guarantee you, I'm not ashamed to actually tell you, because there's that. What was this? There was this video that showcased this one streamer that is like pretty famous and showcased a new chair, and pretty much the streamer's old chair was a trash. It was like a wreck. Okay. And basically showed off this new chair was going to be the biggest reveal. And it was just like an old chair, but except it's new, not broken. It just like, had all the pieces all together. It was just like a brand new chair, but it was like the old one that he used. And it kind of showcased like he's still himself. He's still part of himself. And basically, like when it's, stuff like that, it inspired me to know that if I ever become something bigger than what I am now, that is something that would do so much more good than bad. I don't know. I just had to point that out. I just saw this very inspiring video that really showcased that, and it was so beautiful. But what is up with Jaden Animations? Like, is she still streaming? What is the point with all this? What is the point with, like, how long you guys stream? Like, how many days? Are you trying to set the freaking world record? I don't know. And let me tell you, half the time when she streams, she literally just sleeps. She doesn't even show up most of the time. Or maybe she does. But let me tell you, like, the amount of times, like, and what, of course, why should she be there? Like, she can do what she wants. I would definitely do that as the same thing if I had, like, a very big, like, if I had, like, 10 million subscribers, then definitely I'm going to do something like that for sure. But I just wish that she was transparent about, like, what is this about? What is the stream about? What is it? Is it an announcement of you becoming a VTuber? Ooh, wow, newsflash. I'm sorry. Look, let me tell you right now. Over these past days, I've been in a very ranty and tough mood. So, sorry. But, I'm still questioning that, okay? There's some YouTubers that I question, but Jaden Animations, I just question her because I'm just curious, like, what was the point? And let me tell you, if you ask a question at all to Jaden Animations, that means you're probably in the VIP section. That means you're probably the president, because good luck trying to talk to somebody that's freaking 10 million subscribers. God. Anyways, moving on. Speaking of animations, let's talk about animation news. So I've been hearing this whole talk about this particular Disney movie called Strange World, and there was not a lot of good, reviews about it. There was actually a lot of good amount of people saying like it's woke and stuff like that. And you know what? Of course it's woke. It's freaking Disney. When has nothing been woke? Of course it's gonna be woke. But it's all of a matter of how you actually strike in terms of it being woke. If it's good or bad. What does the story matter more? Or does their freaking like political identity and identity politics and what they look like and the fact that they're gay, does that matter more than the story? Because if so, then that's a problem. I say that with a lot of things, with a lot of, medias, that if you're trying to share something that is like, a story, something that is compelling, and then all of a sudden you bring some other stuff that has nothing to do with the story, like, oh, because I'm gay, I just can't. Like, what does that have to do with, like, are you serious? Are you making excuses right now to save the queen or to save the village? I can't do it because I'm gay. What has to do with anything? Okay, I don't get that. And also the other way as well, when it comes to, like, just the amount, of course, Disney, that they definitely said, like, the agenda and stuff like that, and also what stuff they're going through, which I don't know. But personally, like, politics at all shouldn't matter. Let me tell you, okay? You're about to go a little story time here and there, or maybe not, but for those that don't know, I'm in class, okay? I'm in college, of course. I'm a college student, and there is this, I'm in a creative writing class. And what is creative writing? Making stories, storytelling. We did screenplays, we did poems, we did different stuff that involves storytelling. And guess what this teacher gave me for a freaking test? Okay, she gave me a test of talking about politics and how we agree and disagree with other people, talking about like, oh, what is something in today's age and society is something like, and I just know, like, I swear, is she asking me in a writing class in the middle of our, like, story writing project, which we have to all create a different project for each other. It'll be like 8 pages long, and it's us like sharing our origin story. Mine is like a pirate story, right? And what does us, like, my opinions and my politics has to do with anything about that? Nothing. Nothing. Okay? I swear, if anything that has to like do with like, oh, and I get it, LGBT rights and and black rights and stuff like that, but that doesn't need to be in a freaking movie. It's supposed to be an escapism. If you want to do it like Arcane. Arcane had like an LGBT like, couple, I believe, and or and also implements like, what is it, lesbian couple, and it has nothing to do with the lesbian couple at all. It's just that the fact they're a lesbian, and that's it. You just don't need to freaking showcase it in our face so much that the story doesn't mean anything. The story should mean more than whatever it is, what the characters, because what really shows the character is what they're known for, what they've been through, what they're good at. Okay, yes, in some ways, maybe their race or whatever who they are is actually implemented in them, but it's not always like that. Many good story writers should know that's not how it should be all the freaking time, because it's going to be so tiring. And then I see it so many damn times. And I guess Strange World is a good example of that. People are just tired, okay? Listen, I know that I'm not the right person to really talk about that. I'm bi. What does me being bi has to do with anything what I do? Yes, of course, because of my taste of different BLs and GLs, because that's the stories that I'm into. But at the same time, there's so many aspects of what I do in this channel, what I do for other things in class, and also writing my tests for, I don't know, doing a freaking job if I was ever to work like at a burger place. Okay, a burger place they don't like none of these none of these institutions have nothing to do at all about your gender. Okay, it has nothing to all about who you sleep with. It should never matter. Okay, keep that to yourself. Okay, I say that as an adult. This is just common knowledge. When you grow up, when you actually work in a facility, in an institution, when you work at a desk job or anywhere, or at a career, when you become famous or something, sometimes what you're known for means more than, oh, you're this and that and this and the third, and your pronouns and this and them and whatever. Like, what does that have to do with your work? I'm just saying. I'm just having a little tired rant because I took that test and I had to write something that is so dumb. Like, I had to write about a sports thing that like, I don't want to talk about it, but I had to make something that is something like, I really had to make something that is like off the whole politics. And there were some things that I was about to say that could get me in trouble. It's just simple as like, why are we sharing our politics and, opinions about this? This is not good. I don't know any of these people in our class. You don't know if any of them are actually going to really, hate me because I don't know them. And let me tell you, if there's one thing I know, if you don't know somebody, it's easy to hate them. It's easy to start beef when you don't know somebody. Okay? Maybe as a man, but it could be applied the same for many other genders as well. But my goodness, I don't know any of these people. They don't know me. I don't want to make them think that I'm just like old man that's thinking of the old ways or something like that is full on Republican. No, that's not what I am. But man, like, it's almost like easy to betray that when I'm actually just telling you the truth. What does that have to do with this politics? I'm in a freaking writing class, supposed to working on my pirate story to pass this damn class in a screenplay, and you're telling me like, okay, so tell us about abortion. What? No, I'm not sharing you that. That has nothing to do with that. That is inappropriate. Anyways, Sorry, didn't mean to go on a raid, but hey, I'm back, baby. This is why I'm back, baby. Anyways, yeah, Strangest World. I don't know why it got it. Maybe there was not a lot of people in the freaking box office, and yeah, maybe it has to do with the wokeness. I don't know. That goes a lot and shows a lot of ways. Anyways, Webtoon panel happened in what? Oh, I wonder if a Webtoon panel is gonna happen in the panel at Comic Con. That's why I say it. I've been just relying on the story times and stuff like that. And also, yeah, that's pretty much all I have. Just a small rant and here and there. Expect some changes in the webtoon ratings. Hopefully, it's nothing too crazy. And hopefully, none of my videos because it's about separate companies that are just after my videos and stuff like that. And that's just sad because they can just tell me and I can just remove the video. But this is YouTube. That's not how it works. Silly Vince. No, we're just gonna strike down your videos because, well, we just feel like it. I swear to God. Anyways, but big, huge shout outs to Webtoon for actually helping me, especially the amounts of people that have helped me from many other Webtoon influencers, from you guys, for reaching out. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. One love and peace.